Big news today in the ongoing probe led by U.S. Attorney John Durham as Obama-era FBI lawyer Kevin Clinesmith will plead guilty to forging a document that was used to spy on Trump campaign aide Carter Page. Today's news is the latest update in the Obamagate controversy, where members of the Obama administration are believed to have worked with the FBI in an attempt to sabotage Trump's candidacy in 2016 and later his presidency. President Trump has already explained that he believes this guilty plea could be bad news for Joe Biden's campaign. During a recent interview at Fox Business Network, President Trump said, quote, "Bill Barr has a chance to be the greatest of all time, but if he wants to be politically correct, he'll be just another guy because he knows all the answers. He knows what they have, and it goes right to Obama, and it goes right to Biden." New article here at the Daily Caller opens saying a former FBI attorney will plead guilty to making false statements and documents used to obtain a surveillance warrant against former Trump aide Carter Page. Same article then goes on to point out that the guilty plea from Kevin Clinesmith is the first legal action taken in an investigation led by John Durham, the U.S. attorney looking into the origins of the Trump-Russia probe and other intelligence gathering activities related to the Trump campaign. Another new article today at the Washington Examiner provides more info. They say a former lawyer with the FBI plans to plead guilty Friday to falsifying a key document related to surveillance against a one-time Trump campaign associate as part of a deal with U.S. Attorney John Durham. Kevin Clinesmith, who worked on both the Hillary Clinton emails investigation and the Trump-Russia inquiry, will admit that he falsified a document during the Bureau's targeting of Carter Page. Clinesmith claimed in early 2017 that Page was not a source for the CIA when he actually was. This lie was used to obtain a FISA renewal against Page. Going back to the Daily Caller, they remind us that a Justice Department Inspector General's report said that an FBI attorney, identified as Clinesmith, altered an email in June of 2017 to downplay Carter Page's relationship with the CIA. Page had served as an operational contact for the spy agency through at least 2013, but Clinesmith altered an email to say that he was, quote, not a source for the spy agency. Meanwhile, another new article on this today at the New York Post reminds us that the former FBI lawyer accused of altering crucial documents in the FBI's investigation into the Trump campaign is the same official who praised the resistance in an anti-Trump text message in 2016. Notably, Kevin Clinesmith worked for ousted FBI agent Peter Strzok in the Hillary Clinton email investigation and the Russia probe. Clinesmith, identified as FBI Attorney 2, also appeared in a 2018 Inspector General's report as the author of a string of texts lamenting Trump's election. One exchange took place on November 9th, 2016, the day after the presidential election, where Clinesmith wrote to another employee, including the following. Clinesmith said, quote, "I am numb." The other employee not involved in the media investigation responded, "I can't stop crying." Later on in the same conversation, Clinesmith responded, "I am so stressed about what I could have done differently," just hours after Trump's victory. Then on November 22nd, Clinesmith texted, "Viva la resistance." Clinesmith's lawyer said that his client will plead guilty to a single false statements charge as part of a cooperation agreement with the government. The New York Times first reported that Clinesmith was entering the plea deal and would be charged in federal court. Clinesmith's lawyers told the Washington Post, quote, "Kevin deeply regrets having altered the email. It was never his intent to mislead the court or his colleagues, as he believed the information he relayed was accurate. But Kevin understands what he did was wrong and accepts responsibility." President Trump has also responded to today's news, saying that he believes that this is just the beginning. Reacting to the news on Friday that former FBI lawyer Kevin Clinesmith would plead guilty for doctoring an email in an application for surveillance of the Trump campaign, President Trump said, quote, "That's just the beginning, I would imagine. The president described Klein-Smith as a corrupt attorney working for James Comey's very corrupt FBI. Once more, they note here that this is the first indictment in the investigation into the FBI's investigation into the Trump campaign. Attorney General Bill Barr appointed U.S. Attorney John Durham to examine the case. Another quote from President Trump says, "Terrible thing. The fact is they spied on my campaign and they got caught." Late last year, former Trump advisor George Papadopoulos tweeted, "Kevin Klein-Smith was the DOJ attorney who brought a team of 10 to try and force me to say things that were not true. When I did not, business partners and family were harassed within 48 hours and the biggest sting operation of the entire saga initiated." Here, Papadopoulos is referring to $10,000 in cash that was given to him by an alleged spy. He's previously claimed that he believes this could be evidence of a deep state entrapment operation by Robert Mueller's team. A few more details in this article from Zero Hedge. They explain that Klein-Smith, a graduate of Georgetown Law, quote, took an email from an official at another federal agency that contained several factual assertions, then added material to the bottom that looked like another assertion from the email's author, when it was instead his own understanding. They reference this New York Times article where they say Mr. Klein-Smith included this altered email in a package that he compiled for another FBI official to read in preparation for signing an affidavit that would be submitted to the court, attesting to the facts and analysis in the wiretap application. The details of the email are apparently classified and may not be made public even when the report is unveiled. They continue saying a former attorney with the FBI's National Security and Cyber Law branch while working under FBI's top lawyer James Baker, Klein-Smith resigned in September of 2019 after he was interviewed by Horowitz's office. Horowitz, in turn, sent a criminal referral to U.S. Attorney John Durham, who was tasked with investigating the Obama Justice Department's conduct surrounding the 2016 U.S. election. Durham was appointed by Barr last May to examine the FBI's actions against the Trump campaign during and after the 2016 U.S. election. Specifically, Durham has been probing whether Obama administration officials illegally collected intelligence on the Trump campaign and whether the agency's surveillance of campaign aides was free of improper motive. They add that Durham's efforts were deemed worthy of a criminal investigation last October, which undoubtedly spooked many of the spooks involved in the operation against the Trump campaign. By designating it a criminal investigation, Durham was granted the power to subpoena documents and witnesses, to impanel a grand jury, and to file criminal charges. Many watching likely remember last April, Barr said that he believed spying had taken place against the Trump campaign and that he doesn't buy former FBI officials' version of how the collusion investigation began. Then, in a more recent interview on Thursday, Barr said, quote, "If people crossed the line, if people involved in that activity violated criminal law, they will be charged." In July, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said that he was expecting criminal charges to result from Durham's investigation. They conclude here with one more recent related quote from President Trump. He said, "They spied on my campaign, which is treason. They spied both before and after I won. Think of that, using the intelligence apparatus of the United States to take down a president. It's the single biggest political crime in the history of our country." Please leave a comment and let me know what you think about this latest update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, remember to click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And another reminder, you can also find me over on Twitter for more updates. @RealityReader is my name over on Twitter. Finally, as usual, I'd like to thank everybody who has supported the channel through Patreon, over at PayPal, or with your super chats as well. It's very much appreciated. Even a few dollars makes a huge difference. Helps me keep talking about these issues. Patreon.com/realityreader. or paypal.me/realityreader. You can find either link down in the video description, where you can support this channel directly. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.